Hey guys, welcome back to Tarot by Cherie. How are my beautiful lights doing today? We're going to get started right away on this reading as soon as I pick up the card I just dropped. All right, I'm just going to stick you right in here. Okay. Nice. Beautiful Ten of Pentacles next to the Justice card. Look at this layout, guys. This is absolutely positive and amazing as far as a start goes, okay? So right off the bat, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So, guys, you know what this is, right? This is an unexpected financial windfall. This card has been being talked about for many, many months now. It's also a lump sum, could be trust funds, inheritance, security and happiness in all aspects of life. But in this layout, with the Justice card next to you, this is also marriage, guys. So I don't know, somebody out there getting married? If so, please comment below the video if this is you and you are talking about getting married or you're going to be married soon. All right, then we have the Six of Swords. This is about movement. So some of you have decided on something you want that is going to bring in happiness with the sun next to you here. And you are going for it, okay? So guys, if there's something you've been wanting, this is a very good omen, a very good time for you to just go for it. All right, I'm seeing a lot of positivity. I'm seeing you getting what you want, especially in this time where you're very powerful with your gifts that have come online. And guys, I keep saying we can pretty much manifest something within minutes, days, hours, very quickly, in other words, okay? And then we have the Two of Wands here, okay? So with the Two of Wands, guys, this is really about you having two different paths and decisions to be made. All right, so somebody is definitely making a decision. You have two different ways you can go, it seems, and you need to make that choice. Now, this is a great time for me to throw this out there. I do offer readings, and if you're interested, you can click on the description below the video. All right, let's continue. All right, we have the Hangman and the card of sadness, all right, next to the Hangman. So with the Hangman, guys, this tells us that we're feeling stuck, okay? Something in our lives is feeling like, making us feel like we can't move forward with it, or it's not working, or something needs to give, right? But in reality, this card kind of is like an illusion to us. So in other words, sometimes we make excuses on why we feel stuck, and it's usually because A, we don't want to hurt someone's feelings, or B, we don't want to rock the boat, or C, we just, we're comfortable in a situation, so we tell ourselves we're stuck. But in reality, this card tells us that we can untie that ankle and walk away at any given time, okay? And then with the Five of Cups, this card is saying basically, guys, that you need to get in a state of gratefulness and stay there. This is the reminder, okay? Because you can see this person looking down at the spilled two cups, looking very somber, very sad, feeling sorry for themselves, not even putting any notice on the two full cups that are behind him. All right, so kind of needing to get back in that state of gratefulness and appreciating the things you have instead of focusing on the things you don't have. All right, then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, now with the Nine of Pentacles, this could be about pregnancy or birth, okay? But in this particular layout, I'm going to go with, it's more so about independence and, again, wealth, prosperity, and success, okay? Also, this card, for me, the reader, I get a deep, deep sense of a feeling of security from this card. A feeling of just a satisfaction, like never having to get up and never having to worry about getting up and going to work again. Never have to worry about where your next dollar's coming from. Never have to worry about, you know, are you going to be able to pay this bill this month? Are you going to be able to, um, you know, pay your rent, your mortgage, what have you? All right, never mind the extras, right? And for those of you who, and I have to do this too once in a while, guys. You notice like you go in the food store sometimes, and the week isn't all that great, right, financially. So you either find yourself putting things back on the shelf, or you know, putting things, you know, not getting the things that you would have purchased if you had enough money, enough cash, right? And I was thinking to myself before that, you know, I was doing some reading, and they're talking about a debt jubilee for the poorest countries. Now, I feel like we in America are not who we once were. Maybe somehow America is the richest country in the world, but as far as the people here, I'm not feeling rich. Are you feeling rich? I mean, you know, it's there's a lot of people here that are homeless, that are living in tents. That's not rich. I would say that that's poor. Okay? So when they say the poorer countries, I think we fit in there now. I don't care what riches we have until their riches are in our pockets. I don't think we're anything near that. I feel like we're just on a different level of poor, a great many of us. All right, guys, if you're agreeing with this, give me a thumbs up, okay? You may disagree, but I'm talking about the lower income, the people who are living, who are older, living on, you know, $1,000 a month or less, okay? So, yeah, all right, let's move forward. All right, so I'm seeing there's something that's going to get cleared up for you this week, guys, that has been feeling very chaotic in your life, something you're carrying around with you, and you're just thinking about it a lot because it's bothering you, right? So it's a distraction in your mind. It's not allowing you to fully focus on the more important things that you have, that you want to focus on. Okay, I'm also seeing something here within your relationship. There's some kind of judgment here. It doesn't, judgment always, I mean, judgment doesn't always mean a negativity. This could just be that there's something you're thinking about with your significant. And this could just be you're thinking about your significant, or just something about the relationship is pulling your thoughts again, also away from, it's like a deterrent. It's keeping you from fully concentrating on things. So I feel like maybe this week, guys, you're easily distracted. You have so many things on your mind. If this is you, please comment below the video. Also seeing a King of Wands here. Okay. Now, the King of Wands is someone who is usually very successful in life, even wealthy many times, okay? Just feeling very confident in yourself these days. I keep hearing things. I think my house is haunted, guys, all right? The upstairs keeps creaking really, really loud. That's been going on, though, for years. But something is very, there's something loose in this house today, because I'm hearing sounds, almost, I think I'm hearing voices, but I'm talking, so I'm not really, you know, being quiet to listen. My attic is creaking like mad. All right, well, anyway, guys, let's keep going. And one more thing before we do go on is, are you feeling like there's a spiritual, like, stir up? Like, are you guys feeling like you're seeing more things out of the corner of your eye? Maybe you guys are hearing more in your homes or your apartments. Maybe you're seeing things, hearing things, or, you know, catching weird type things. If you are, please comment below the video. I'm interested in hearing your story. Just keep it, try to keep it to a paragraph. All right, so I have time to read all of the comments. I love reading your comments. All right, but I do see that you guys that are extremely successful and doing very well, you're in a place of celebratory, how do I want to say it? You're just feeling really good about things, really good about life right now. And you're putting a lot of thought into a family. Some of you want children. And, you know, sometimes when we reach that point of success, we decide that, you know, that's what's left, right? Our family, our children, our wives, our husbands, so we have somebody to share with throughout our life and build with, right? All right, so I'm seeing the 10 of Cups here. This is much happiness for a lot of people. The 10 of Cups is a very, just what I just explained. This is family. This is all about family. This is about you guys wanting family. I feel like there's someone out there who is not toxic, but something bad happened with your family, something that was traumatic. I'm feeling trauma here. Maybe a brother or yeah, a masculine in the family did something, or you might have lost this person. Then you have the moon in between this person we're talking about and the devil. Okay, so I'm feeling like you feel like you got slighted. Something in your family, something was taken from you, something you something that was you were very close to that meant a lot to you. You feel angry that it was taken from you too soon. So I feel like this is some kind of loss. If this is you, please comment below the video. Also, guys, I do readings, so I'm just reminding you again, if you want to do a reading and see what comes up about something along that line, I could do that for you. All right, so here is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, again, is regarding high social status, prosperity, wealth, and abundance, okay? And what I'm seeing is this abundance is going to come from this great opportunity sitting over here waiting for you. So something really powerful in the in a way of a opportunity coming your way, and it's going to involve other people as well. All right, for some of you, I feel like this is something a little different. This is you're choosing right now what career you're going to get into, and you're choosing what school you're going into to start your schooling for this career. All right, you are going to have, either way, you're going to have a lot of opportunity in front of you. That's going to be very good, very positive, okay? And you guys are really putting your thinking caps on now regarding where you want to be later on, not just moving through life like we were a few months ago, like robots, right? Now you have your thinking caps on, you're using your intellect, you're using your emotions, and you're using everything that, all of your gifts to get to where you want to be. And I do see this is going to create some kind of new, beautiful new start for you that is going to bring in this abundance, okay, and this possible wealth. I don't know what's going on with the cards. Okay. All right, so we have the card of clarity here. Still hearing noises. Very strange. Okay, maybe it's a cat. All right, card of clarity. And over here, I'm seeing that, okay, so a great many of you are getting your clarity on exactly what it's going to take to bring in balance, okay? This has to do with your finances. It has to do with work. It has to do with your happiness, okay? But again, I feel like, you know, you're using your intellect and you're using all of the beautiful things that have come online for you that are helping you make these great decisions, such as, you know, using your intuition. And these things have become second nature to you now, where this is how you're operating. You're operating through, I know what I did when okay. You're operating through your gifts now, okay? I'm seeing a lot of that. Guys, if you're operating through your gifts, in other words, you're using your intuition, you're using, you know, you're noticing some telepathy. Telepathy is when, you know, somebody's thinking something and you say it and they're like, oh my God, I was just thinking the same thing you just said. Or you read their mind, you know, okay? We have this gift And we are able to do this. This is why, you know, not only are you able to absorb a person's energy that you're in a room with and basically know before they speak if they're not having a good day, or they are, or they're upset, or they're not upset, they're happy, but you can also kind of feel, you know, how they're feeling through their thoughts. You can read their thoughts. All right. Have you ever just looked at somebody and knew something was wrong? This is usually somebody who you're close to, who you see a lot of, right? This is telepathy, guys. All right. So I'm seeing they're reminding you, okay, you guys are all empaths. You all chose to come back and be here at this time and be the bridge. Okay, what do I mean by the bridge? I put this in the wrong place. I mean, you are the light. You chose to come back. And what is happening now overall is humanity is becoming enslaved. Okay, we were slaves for many, 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 many years. And so we are going to first see our freedoms and beautiful things coming in that go with that. We're not meant to be working 40-hour weeks. We're not meant to be living in strife. And we're not meant to have all these, you know, fear emotions and negative emotions like this. We're meant to live like kings and queens. That's how we were meant to live, okay? And we are going back to that place. All right, so here I'm seeing something you're wanting. You're able to manifest it, okay? This card, when you're manifesting, guys, I have to tell you, envision your heart opening up and all a light that is just pure love coming out from your heart. And then think about the thing that you're manifesting at the same time. All right, this is going to manifest, help you manifest much quicker. Okay, that vision, your heart full of love. Okay, and if you can imagine the emotion behind it as well, that you're feeling that love, it'll be that much quicker. Okay, I'm seeing this Nine of Wands here. Okay, the Nine of Wands, guys, some of you have been trying to get next to somebody, a lover. There's somebody you want, and what you're feeling is just it's becoming an ongoing battle to get this person's attention, I want to say, okay? This Nine of Wands is exactly that feeling like you're just weary, you know, you've been trying and trying and trying to no avail. All right, and I see that you have done almost everything in your power so far to move toward this person, to maybe gently flirt with them. Maybe you've even hinted around about how you feel about them with this Page of Pentacles. And this is good luck. This is usually good news around positive things in your vicinity, things you're wanting, things you've wanted, whether it be financial or otherwise, love. Okay, I feel as though you are going to have this partner. You are both going to fall in love with each other at some point, okay? But for right now, it just hasn't happened yet, all right? All right, but the cards are saying, something is going to come in fast, and it's going to kind of catch you off guard because you're thinking, you know, I've tried everything. This person just must not be interested in me. All right. Sometimes they may act like they are for a hot minute, but then not. Like they're hot and cold. All right. If this is you, comment below the video. All right. Because I see that this really upsets you, and you're kind of looking at it like it's not going to go anywhere with this Ten of Swords. All right. But I'm also seeing, hang in there, okay? Hang in there for another minute, because I'm seeing you looking very happy and abundant, and I'm seeing you giving. So you are a giver, okay? And this person is seeing this in you. This person is seeing a side of you that they really like, okay? They're noticing, and they're thinking things to themselves that, wow, this person will take their shirt off their back for anyone. This person is kind, but because they're observing you from afar and there is no relationship right now, this person feels that they're seeing the real you because you're not with her or him, and you don't have to put on a show. You don't have to be on your best interest. You're not trying to prove anything or impress anybody. So they're looking at you like this is who you are, and they're impressed. They're impressed, but they still want to be sure, okay? So just hang in there. Sorry about the upside down cards, guys. I've been feeling off the past couple of days. As a matter of fact, I was sitting here before. I wasn't going to do the reading because I was actually nauseous. And right then, as I was thinking, wow, I'm feeling really sick, and a friend of mine texted me and said, are you dizzy? And she lives in a whole nother state. And I said, no, but let's look at the energy today, the Schumann resonance. And man, if you look at that chart, there was some crazy energy that came in either yesterday or last night, from top to bottom. This brilliant white energy that came in. All right. So I always know because I don't even have to look. Because of the way I feel, I'm very sensitive to the energy. If you guys are sensitive to the energy, comment below the video as well. Just say sensitive to the energy. That could mean that you're getting headaches, you're feeling dizzy, you're feeling, some of you might have, what is that called? When you get dizzy, when you pick your head up a certain way, when you lay down a certain way, or if you get up too quick. Somebody remind me of what that is. I like when you guys interact, so I kind of pull you guys in sometimes. You notice that? But, or you might be feeling some body pains that you don't normally feel. You might be, just not hungry. You might be really tired, or just getting bursts of energy. There's all different, you might be getting these like vibrational type things that wake you up in the middle of the night. You feel your whole body vibrating, or it might just be your feet or your hands. All kinds of things are going on with you from the energy, because the energy is changing your frequency. So you're feeling it. All right. But here with this Seven of Swords, guys, this is a matter of information that'll be coming into you shortly, but it's going to come from the source it's coming from. You're not going to trust. Okay. This is coming from a person that you don't completely trust. And so you're going to be very leery, and you're going to want to check it out. You're going to stand strong against this information until you find out the facts. Okay. And it might be connected to a person who you know to be a really good person. This is going to be something not so positive about this person that's a good person. So you're not going to believe it right off the bat. This King of Cups that is in your life is someone very loving and very supportive. Okay. Also somebody who's very even-keeled, very calm, not someone who's known to lie, or it's just always there when you need this person. So you're really thinking that you're going to take a stance, like look at where this information is coming from. Okay. And you can't directly talk to this person about it just yet, because they're away, or they're not in your realm right now. I don't know what that means. All right. So you may know what it means. Okay, this is for my singles here. Okay, I do see this Six of Wands. This is a victory for you guys regarding someone coming in that you're going to be dating soon. Okay, this is victory. It's also to do with, you're very confident these days, and you also have a very high self-esteem. All right, which is helping you with success in your life. Okay, I also see the success here next to you. I see a new financial opportunity opening up. All right, so your finances are about to explode, it looks like, guys, with this victory card. Okay, so get ready for this. This is going to be very good for you. This is going to be unexpected, if I didn't mention that. I'm also seeing at the same time, this is why this is going to feel so explosive to you and just so intense. You're going to have some new love coming in. All right, so at the same time, where your money is going to feel like it's just coming in from all directions, this person is just going to show up, and you're going to have to make some kind of decision on this person. And I feel like the reason you're going to have to make this decision is a lot of you have already kind of told yourself, I'm never going to fall in love again. You're afraid of love. You've told yourself you're not ready for love. You've told yourself a lot of things, a lot of different things. Okay, if this is you, comment below the video, please. All right, but what I'm seeing is this person's going to be very special. And we got this reading a day or two ago, right? This person is going to knock your socks off. They're going to check off all the boxes. They're going to be very different. You're going to feel it and know it, okay? You're going to feel that the energy coming from this person is like a soul, a soulmate feel, okay? Like, where have you been all my life, okay? It's not going to be high strung. There's not going to be crazy arguments and fights and differences. You're going to meld in together like butter, okay? So that is why you're going to have to make this decision, because you're not going to be able to resist this person. How about that? All right, on this note, I'm going to end the reading. I hope that it resonated for you, and I hope you enjoyed today's reading, guys, and you guys have a great rest of your day.